Okay. Well, I thought what we would do is I'm going to start by showing you some of the meals that you can prepare for summer feeding. I'll show you some of the trays that we have. And not just summer feeding, actually, this could be all year long, but here we're trying to think of those ideas. So I'll show you those, and then I'll take those things that I have packaged and I will seal them through the machine and allow you to see them. So what we do at Preferred is we have a whole line of machines, everything from a tabletop machine, which is this one. And this is our most popular one for small to medium and even large size school districts, depending on what you're sealing, how many meals you're sealing a day. So we have that. And then we go all the way up to fully automated machines that have denesters and lazy Susans and just everything in between. Obviously, I can't have all of those in my garage studio. So the one that I'll be showing you today is the tabletop HS48. And then we have a whole line of trays. So we have everything from, so I'm going to start by showing you this. We have everything from a half cup tray, and this one has already been sealed. So in this one, you could do, USDA fruits and veggies, fresh fruits and veggies. So that's the smallest one. We have half cup, 3/4 of a cup, and a full cup of these. In fact, here's the other two sizes. I watched this is potato salad. I'm going to share a link with you, and I'll send that out after I get the video uploaded. I'll send the link out to you next week. So those are our smallest trays. And then we move up from there to, and I'm not showing you everything, and I'm obviously leaving a lot of things out, but these are the most popular things with schools and directors. So this is one of our salad trays. This one will hold like a side salad. You can put a few things in there, which is really nice. And then we have a deeper one that actually has an insert that you can put in it. So you put the lettuce in the bottom, and then you can put all of your condiments on the top. And with all the supply chain issues, you can use what you have in order to make those salads, whether you have chicken, cheese, tomatoes, carrots, whatever you have. So that's a really popular one. That same tray is actually big enough to hold a whole meal, depending on what you're using. So this one, minus the milk, but this one has fruit, grain, meat alternative, and this is that very same salad tray. So it's super versatile. Okay, that same basic size, length, and width. One of the things that you all, and I sent out an email about this a few weeks ago, the charcuterie trays have become extremely popular with staff and students. And another good thing about that with, again, supply chain issues is that you can use a variety of things just depending on what you have. And the kids kind of see that like a lunchable thing. So there's two different ways you can do that. One is, oh, I'm sorry, Clay, too. I started to tell you earlier with the potato salad, and I'll mention this again. I am going to send out a link. I watched an SNA webinar yesterday about using potatoes, how kids love them, how they do have nutritional value, and lots of creative ideas. So one of those was the potato salad. And I'll send you like the links and the recipes. And then I have a few more things that I've used as well. Okay, so back to charcuteries. This is one of the trays that we have, and each of these is 4 ounces. So this is a nut butter. And forgive me, not all of my things are school compliant. It's hard to sometimes go to the grocery store, as you all know, and just pick up anything. So these are just regular animal crackers, yogurt, and carrots. And then you seal this up. This one has, this is like making almost a little pizza, but it has some crackers and pepperoni, mozzarella, a little bit of broccoli, depending on what you have. And then if you want to go bigger, this one I tried to recreate. This is my favorite thing ever. This was a school, I think it was in South Carolina, who made this. So I'll actually send out a picture. You may have seen it before. I did try to recreate it. So this is a bigger, this would be where you wouldn't keep things separate. It will hold more. You could actually probably put a milk in here and have the whole meal. So this has the meat, grain, fruits and veggies, and the only thing that we're missing. And I tried to put a little tray thing. Theirs was so much prettier than mine, but y'all know they do a great job. Or you could also do a whole meal. That could be a milk or a juice with a sandwich, fruit, and veggie. So these would be meals and charcuterie trays. And then the little 4 compartment would be strictly the charcuterie trays. So those are our cold trays. There are lots more in the catalog, which I will send when I email next week. But these are the ones that most directors use. Now let's transition into warm meals. So we have microwave trays and we have oven trays. One of the things we're going to talk about the carriers in just a minute. This was one of the recipes on the potato webinar that I watched, which is a chicken Alfredo, except that it's made with potatoes. So, I mean, I know it doesn't sound like an interesting webinar, but it really, really was, because it talked about all the different types of potatoes and what works best for what. These trays, and if you want samples or anything, let me know, but these that have ridges on the side, they're a little bit softer. So they're microwavable, not ovenable, but they will withstand temperatures to about 220. So this was a really interesting, you know, the broccoli, or if you have other veggies, again, the potatoes instead of the noodles, and the kids really seem to love it. This one is a lasagna. So this would have a lot of your components. This would have the grain and the veggies and the meat, and you would just need another fruit or veggie and a milk. So again, microwavable. This one does not have potatoes in it. Now let's go to ovenable. So the ovenable ones, right now we have 3 compartment ovenables. We're working on, and hopefully by SNA over the summer, we will have them. Those size that I just showed you, which are 5 by 6, that size oven tray. So we don't have it quite yet, but we are working on it. So the 3 compartment oven trays are the only ones. We have 2 compartments, and 1 compartment, but they're big. So let me show you those. This first one, so this is the tray. This one is about 6 by 8. In this compartment, I was cooking all morning, so now I'm going to go in and eat in a few minutes. But it's not a whole wheat tortilla because I didn't have any, but this is a quesadilla with potatoes, eggs, and cheese, diced potatoes, eggs, and cheese. And then you can do a couple of different things. If you're sending home meals, then you know how you'll buy like a microwave meal and they just peel off the part that's not supposed to go in the microwave or the oven and take that out. So these are apples and sweet potato fries. So these could go in the oven or microwave. So this tray goes up to 400 degrees, but also it can go in the microwave. So it's dual purpose. So that's one recipe. Another potato recipe. This one I did not make because I just didn't have time. But this one is the potato halves with, again, what you have. Is it cheese? Is it ham? You know, is it chicken? A roll and some grapes. So they would take these out before they warmed this up. This is another interesting recipe. So these are supposed to be hash browns, but as I went to the store, they don't have any hash browns. So I think they're all going to the schools or the restaurants. I don't know. But anyway, these are cauliflower hash browns. But another potato thing where the kids are loving using the hash browns as a delivery system. So it's like the hash browns or the bread, and then inside this one are eggs and cheese. You could put anything in it that you wanted, and a corn muffin and some apples. And that's it. Those are the ones that I have to show you. So here's the machine. I will not go into like training details. So just know that I'm just giving you the basic overview. This is our tabletop. It is 4 feet by 1.5 feet. It weighs about 80 pounds. It's very easy to transport. My husband and I sometimes load it in the back of our small sedan to take it places. It plugs into a regular 110 volt. It draws about the amount of power as a toaster oven once it's heated up. So it doesn't require anything special. I have it on a moving, well, you can't see that. I have it on one of those $200 metal rolling carts that you can get from Amazon. So I just move it around in my garage wherever I need it to go. You load the film, you heat it up for about 45 minutes, and it's ready to go. So what I'm going to do is not exactly the way you would normally seal, because you would not normally do one set of small ones and then one set of microwaves and then one set, but I am going to do those all at once so you can see how it works. These are, so you can see how this kind of loads in here. These are called the carriers. So this is the one, or seal pockets. This is the one that I did all of the diced peaches and the potato salad. So those are already done. I'm going to start. I think you all can see me okay over here. Tell me if you can't. So all of the trays that are the same length and width will fit into the same seal pocket. So I'm going to, I don't think I showed you this either. This is a nacho that you can do, and it has the cheese dip in there. So I'm going to do the salads, and actually let's do the charcuteries. Because these are all the same length and width, they fit into the same seal pocket. Ideally, you'll have 2 people. So one person is going to stand over here, and all you have to do is push through, and the other person would be on the other side cutting them out. Okay, now the seal pockets come in sets of 3. This one right here is just a starter plate that I would talk to you about during training. So I'm going to take that off. As you can tell, it would be difficult to cut those and get those out. So the reason they come in sets of 3, one is coming out, one is under the roller, and one is pushing through. So now I'm going to load up. These are all the same size, so they go in the same carrier. So I'm going to load these up and push this through. And now my second person would be over here, and there are guides for where you cut. And then you lift this off. I'm sorry, you can't see over here, but set it down, and then they pop out. This one, as long as you have enough weight, enough solid pushing it up, it will seal off all the compartments. If you don't, it won't. The charcuterie will, it's designed to seal all 4 compartments. So now I'm going to now if it's the end of the day, I just pull that out and I'm done. Now I'm going to do the bigger trays. So I just push that through, and then I come over and I don't know where oh, there it is. And I cut these off. And that is it. Now this one, now I'm going to do, these are the carriers for the oven trays. So I'm just going to do 2 of those since we just have these 2 ready. Put these in here. And you can see the reason that it comes in a seal pocket like this is so there's enough pressure so that all 3 compartments do seal off. So you're not going to have leakage from one to another. So I just push that through. And why do I keep misplacing? Well, y'all. Oh, there it is. Okay, and since that is my last one, let's say that it's the end of the day, and then I'll show you those. I just pull it out, cut my film off, cut these 2 out, and I'm done for the day. That's it. What do you think?
Seems simple enough.
It is very simple. And I usually get the question about, how many you can do. And of course that varies. And I'm not counting fill time here because regardless of what you do with your food, you have to fill it. So just straight seal time for these small ones, because there's 12 per carrier, you can do 25 a minute, maybe more. It just depends. So it's quick, it's fast. Yes, it does have some labor hours to it, but what you're saving in being able to do it yourself, and to, these things you can do ahead of time. Many of these things you can do ahead of time. You can freeze the hot meals, send them home later. And that's that.
Yep, that was a question I did have. So you can make these meals in, like, say, the ovenable or microwave ones. They hold up pretty well in the freezer. What about the other ones that just hold the cold items? Do they hold up in the freezer as well?
They do. I mean, for all of these, you probably don't want to freeze them for 6 months, but you can freeze them for a few weeks and they do very, very well. For the oven trays, do better longer in the freezer because they're a thicker CPET plastic material. They're just thicker, so they could stay in the freezer longer, but they all do very well, yes.
Okay. And you supply everything?
We do.
Machine, we do filters, trays and plastic.
Yes. If you want to send me an email, sales, you can respond to the email that you received. If you want me to send you a product guide, if you want me to send you just anything at all, just let me know. And I'll have where are you? Where are you located, Clay?
Prince George County, Maryland.
Maryland. Okay. So that would probably be Lloyd. So whoever would take care of you in your area, I'll have them get in touch if you'd like.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And again, you have different types of machines. So if you can send me what you have as far as manual, semi-automatic, fully automated, so we can make a decision as to what we might think we may want to go with.
Okay.
How's your manufacturing at this time as far as machines based on delays?
I'm going to say 6 weeks from order to delivery.
Okay.
That's for some, I think it will be sooner. For some specialized machine, it could take longer, but 6 weeks is the figure that I'm saying right now.
Okay. All right. And where are you located?
Well, the company is in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay. And so what I will do then is, how about I'll just start a quick email, introduce you to Lloyd, and have Lloyd send you everything that you need.
Okay. And
I think it's Lloyd. If it's me, then I'll send it to you, but it may be me. I'm not, they just changed up territories, Clay. So you'll be hearing from me in any case.
Okay. So, and will there be an opportunity, should we decide to move forward this, for any type of on-site or live training for staff?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Especially if you go with the bigger machine. Now for this machine, we try to do it by video or Zoom just because it is such an easy machine, and we have several training videos. I'm not saying that we wouldn't come, but we do try to at least do that by Zoom. But the other machines, absolutely, because some of them, there's just a lot to the other machines just to get it hooked up. There's air compressors and things like that. So.
Okay. Yes. And if we wanted, say, some sample sizes of the trays you currently have, is that something that could be arranged? Okay.
I encourage it, because that helps you to know what you want and to not order something that's not going to work for you. So yes, we'll send you whatever samples you need.
Okay, great.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. If you have any more questions, you can do the sales at prefpkg.com. You can contact me. You can respond to the email, whatever you need. Just stay in touch and I'll help you however I can.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks everybody. Have a great day.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.